I just did a story yesterday on California's reparation panel. See, reparations need studies and panels and commissions and we need to have meetings and talk, right? But Joe Biden just gave Ukraine an additional $500 million in aid. Just a stroke of the pen, y'all. He got nothing but time to stroke that pen and hand over our money to these Ukrainians. He has nothing but time for that. This is why when election time come and they come to the black community for votes, what you need to do is tell them to go to the immigrants, LGBTQ, the Asians, and the Ukrainians for their vote, because those are the only ones they have done for since being in office. So those are the ones that should get, the votes. Go to them and get your votes. And the people that you don't want to do anything for monetarily, leave us alone. Plain and simple. And that's all you need to say to the Democratic Party. President Joe Biden told Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday that the U.S. will send an additional $500 million in aid to the Ukrainian people. Biden and Zelensky held a call Wednesday in which the funds were discussed, according to the White House readout of the call. Mm-mm-mm. The U.S. president said America intends to provide the Ukrainian government with $500 million in direct budgetary aid. So this is just straight up money. Last week, the U.S. announced a package of new sanctions against Russia, which we know those sanctions are a joke, on more than 400 Russian and Russian entities, including the Duma and more than 300 of its members, along with more than 40 defense companies. The White House also announced it would allow as many as 100,000 Ukrainian refugees to enter the U.S., with a focus on those who are the most vulnerable. Yes, I mean, after all, out of all the immigrants, they are the most vulnerable. Nobody has been vulnerable before them. Okay. The administration also is prepared to offer more than $1 billion in additional funding towards humanitarian assistance and 11 billion over the next 5 years to address worldwide food security threats after the disruption to the Russian and the Ukraine agriculture industries. The two leaders on Wednesday also discussed how the U.S. is working around the clock to fulfill the main security assistance requested by Ukraine. The critical effects of those weapons have had on the conflict and continued efforts by the U.S. with allies and partners to identify additional capabilities to help the Ukrainian military defend its country. Zelensky tweeted shortly after the conversation ended, saying the leaders shared assessments of the situation on the battlefield and at the negotiating table. They are also talking about specific defense support, a new package of enhanced sanctions, macro, financial, and humanitarian aid, Zelensky wrote. So, as y'all are putting together committees, he is sitting there forking over as much money as he can to non citizens of the United States, as if nobody in this country could use aid. Nobody could use it more than us. Okay, if you want to know where reparations are going, the Ukrainians got your reparations. That's who got your reparations right now. And you know what? After seeing this, even you biscuit eaters out here should have a lot of doubt. But I guess time will tell. When election time comes up, let's see how many are going to run out there and pull that lever for the Democratic Party who have gone above and beyond to do nothing. Zelensky have gotten billions on top of billions and an additional $500 million in cash aid. And the only thing they've done for you over the last 24 hours is give you an anti lynching bill, which we already know is going to be completely ineffective. It is not going to do a thing to help any man or woman that's lynched out here. It's going to continue to be labeled as suicides, and this measure that they signed into law is going to be meaningless. If you think they're going to let this thing work, you got another thought coming. That anti lynching bill is just going to sit and collect dust. And as they keep coming across bodies, they're going to still be standing at the scene of the crime screaming suicide. That's what they will be doing. And as that is happening, the Ukraine will probably get billions more of US dollars. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this newest revelation of money going to the Ukraine. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.